the need to love the slave as himself, and the slave love the owner as the self. And if that's by de facto, no slavery. So that's how the New Testament undermines slavery, not by politics, but by the cross. Yeah? So in the Old Testament, there's a variety of understandings of what slavery is. It's not the same kind of slavery as we associate it with. That's what the exegesis is, the biblical exegesis. I would encourage you to go and do that. Albert Barnes on his book Slavery will give you an open window into how to study the Bible on this. Dr. Peter Williams will give you the academic tools to do this, and the Christian think tank will give you the cultural and sociological information to do this. Okay? The second thing we need to think about is the atheists, the skeptics. What surprises me concerning, they're not only atrocious in hermeneutics. 99.9% of them have no training in hermeneutics, by the way. None of them have any training. You know, let's get this on the table. I've not met any atheist, any skeptic who's had any training in hermeneutics. That is the science of how to understand the Bible. The method of interpreting text, ancient text, for example. So I've not met any atheists who have any training whatsoever in the ability to do hermeneutics. Now, I would let them off because they're atheists, they're skeptics, and okay, they're not Christians, they don't know their Bible. So I'll let them off with that. But there's no excuse for not understanding the culture of the time. And this is with the skeptics who claim to be intellectuals, who claim to be smart, yet show an atrocious lack of understanding the scholarship of a particular topic. And in this topic, they don't know the major scholars, the major thinkers in ancient Near Eastern religions, in cultural studies, sociological studies, on these topics. You don't hear them quoting them, you don't hear them talking about them. And like the writer has shown, you're on very dangerous, dodgy ground when you start applying our understanding of slavery back into the ancient Near Eastern understanding of slavery. For example, as he picked up on, you know, if you worked for the king, you were seen as a slave. You were free, but you were still seen as a slave. So you've got to sociological, economic, philosophical, cultural context of the age that you're looking at. And that's what the skeptics never ever do. Even their best scholars, like a Richard Carrier, is atrocious at historical inquiry when it comes to context. How many times have I caught the guy out quoting text, ancient text, and they're out of context? I can't count how many times I've done it. Dr. Price, who's an agnostic who the atheists use, how many times have I found and caught this guy out on his woeful inadequate ability to do exegesis, but his stubborn refusal to admit that he's just applying the most backward, I could only describe it backward, out-of-date scholarship to his historical inquiry. So no, honestly, remember to do your exegesis. Remember to study the Bible in its context. Go and get a Bible, go and get the study tools, and go and study slavery as it's taught in the Bible. And you will be amazed at what you find. It will not be what the atheists are telling you. If you look at the Hebrew, look at the biblical context, etc., the same for the New Testament. Then when you've done that, go and have a read of the experts, the scholars around these topics. And you'll be surprised, and you will see through the nonsense that these atheists and skeptics keep pumping when they attack the Bible. So please mirror this video, and may God bless it. And may you be blessed today. God bless. Thank you for listening. So when I hear an atheist say, "Oh, the slavery in the Bible," I I I I just to be honest, I hold my hand in despair, because they're only doing it for one reason: to score points. They think they're winning an argument. They think that they are beating Christianity, but they're not beating anything. All they're doing is preying on people's ignorance and displaying their own ignorance. So thank you for listening, and God bless you, and take care. The 3 sources that I've given you will be an awesome resource for you on this topic. So you need to go away and study. I can't deal with this in a 5-minute, 10-minute video. You need to go and study and grapple with it, and you'll be okay. You'll come out the other end, and you'll see that these skeptics are talking from their backside. They don't know what they're talking about. So God bless you, and thank you for listening.